Alright, key factor 4, future-proofing. Future-proofing covers two main areas and is an aspect of critical error made by most solar companies. To buy solar correctly, you need to make sure your system will cover you for tomorrow's bills, not for today. I mean, there's not much point in buying a system that will have you paying bills again in a few years' time. Here's what we look for. Firstly, we look at any changes in the household electricity usage patterns. Things like any family members who may be moving in or out on a permanent basis over the next 5 or 6 years. Any purchases of large appliances for the first time, things like brand new air conditioning units, a pool, spa, maybe you're starting a home-based business and you've got 6 network computers you're setting up, you know, that sort of thing. We look at whether or not your hot water is gas or electric. We look at the age of your system. In some cases, replacing a traditional hot water unit with a solar hot water unit and then getting a smaller solar system may be better than just getting solar panels on its own. We also look at any renovations that you may have planned, anything that would affect the bill. Things like new rooms. Maybe you're building a second story, you're putting up a pergola with lots of lights, you know, a new shed with lots of power tools, all those sorts of things. What we then look at is whether you believe your real usage, that's your average daily kilowatts, whether you think they're going to increase, they're going to decrease, or they're going to stay the same over that time frame. I mean, remember, we know that what you're paying for your bills is increasing dramatically, but that doesn't mean that your actual usage is, your real usage is. If you have a young family with children under 10, for example, it's very likely your usage will increase over time. Whereas if you've just retired and the family has moved out and, you know, perhaps we're looking at a decrease in usage. And this is one area where we move out of the realm of hard numbers and we work on your best guesstimate. And what we're trying to get is your best guess as to what will happen with your usage over time. And we then adjust the size of your system accordingly. The second part of future-proofing is really understanding the way solar works. And I'm going to cover some of this later, so I'll just touch on it here. When you put solar on your roof, you're really putting up an artificial version of a sunflower, if you like. Solar panels are designed around how plants interact with the sun. Its raw materials are made from organic matter, and over time they reduce in efficiency. In other words, over time your solar system will lose efficiency or kilowatt output. It doesn't even matter if it's a good quality system or a poor quality system. All solar systems have some form of loss, although, you know, the better quality systems tend to hold their kilowatts output at a higher rate for far longer, of course. In fact, most solar systems are actually warranted to produce no less than 80% production over 25 years. In other words, if you get on your roof in 25 years' time and you check your system, it should still be producing around 80% efficiency output of what it was when it was installed. As part of the calculation to work out what size system you need, we actually add 20% to the average daily kilowatts we're trying to eliminate. So if our average daily kilowatts were 25, we'd add 20% to that and make it 30 kilowatts, being the new number we need to eliminate. And in this way, we actually future-proof you for decades to come.